Alright, we are going to unclamp everything. Hopefully not have a huge mess. We'll see. Probably be okay. But we'll see in a minute. Okay, come on, James. Uh-oh. I really need to get out here and clean some of this stuff up. Okay, we're getting closer. There's one of them. And here's the other one. Of course, got a little glue. That's easily taken care of, but you know. Of course, now all that gets to get sanded and put the right way and all that. So, okay. We are one step closer.
Hey, stay safe, stay alive.
So, what we're gonna do is kind of got this planed a little bit. Gonna cut this down to size, and then we'll trim up the edges and do a little sanding and do a little carving, and we should be there. And as you can see, it's probably time I need to change out my paper. It's starting to come up a little bit. And lower that down. And voila. Now I got a little tear out. That's just because I've been pushing it a little bit too fast or whatever, but no big deal. I can clean that up on both of them, both sides. Right? No big deal. And if you remember, now I gotta figure out which side do I want to carve here or here. I think this is gonna be the better side to carve on. So I'm gonna carve right there. We'll get that set up and we'll start making that happen. We're back. Okay, so we're gonna see how this looks. Remember, kids, it's just a preliminary. Yeah, I don't even know if I want to carve into or just leave it like that. That's really, I mean, that actually turned, I mean, it's rough, but it actually turned out pretty good. No, I think I need to carve into that. Probably need to get my wife's opinion. She's really the mastermind behind everything. So, cool. That's looking pretty darn good, man. Woohoo! I think in this one over here, I'm going to do some, maybe like a horse or something. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. Maybe a big heart. Stay safe, stay alive. Go Army. Beat Navy. So I've been working on this. See if you can get a little bit better of a shot. That looks pretty decent. I mean, you can tell it's an owl. Right, I got just a little bit to do. So I'll turn that camera back on. Got to carve out that right there, and then like a little over here. Yep, okay. Let's see if you can see that. thinking about making the eyes a little bit more pronounced, but I'm not sure yet. If I do, it'll be like around the corner. Like around it. Of course, what I'll have to do now is sand everything. Sorry, I've got my hearing protection in. I'm probably talking loud, but we'll have to sand it all. Kind of go through there with a little bit finer of a Dremel bit. Kind of carve and make it a little bit more sharp, more pronounced, you know, the lines. And just literally going over it with a sander, palm sander. That'll make it a lot gooder. And then I'll come back around and do a little, maybe a round over, probably a chamfer on that, maybe kind of like a 45 degree, just a short one, small one. And I'll do it on both sides, top and bottom. And sand this up to about 400 or so, 320. And we'll call this sucker good. Back later.
We're back.
So, excuse me while I do a little sanding. This is the 220 grit. Started off at 80, went to 120, I'm at 220. I had to go back and kind of carve this in a little bit better to make it stand out. Look at that. That's going to pop so good. And I'm also making this other one at the same time with some hickory. Look at the definition of the hickory though. The lines, the grain coming out. Just, I like some hickory. But we're going to do this and then what's called putting some water on there, which is called popping the grain or raising the grain, because what you do is you're sanding everything, right? The grains, right? But then once you get water on it, it actually raises up just a little bit. Whatever last little fibers are there will actually raise up, and then you go back and you sand it again, and that should actually take care of because that the grain, the one that pops up, that way when you go to wash it after it's done, you hand it to your client and everything, and or your mama and whatever, and you hand it to them and they go, oh, it's so pretty, and then they use it and then they wash it and then it kind of gets a little rough. Well, that's because that grain wasn't popped and then sanded, so it wasn't done correctly. So, but there's a method to it. It's just, it takes a little bit of time, and we're gonna get back at it. And you can see I'm popping the grain. I got water everywhere. That's okay because this paper's gonna get all changed out, but this is actually not gonna get sanded down, the owl, because it will mess it up a little bit. So, but I mean, you can look at it and see how good that's gonna look when it's done. We're not even there yet, so but we're gonna do this. I got water everywhere. Water everywhere. Nor any a drop to drink. Water everywhere. And all the boards did shrink. What the? Where did that come from? So anyway, you just do this. Normally you let it sit, dry 15 minutes or so. I'm just gonna let it dry overnight because I'm done. But look at this. I mean, this is just water. We're not even to the oil yet. Man, when that oil gets on there, woo, girl, it's gonna look good. I mean, look at that. Look at that. That's so beautiful. That hickory with that walnut with the cherry in between. Now I put it up on little cones that I have, and we'll let it dry overnight. And you can actually already kind of feel some of them popping up. But come back, sand that down, go back down to 120, go up 220, and then 320, and then put a little edge on it, and throw some oil, another coat of oil, a couple hours, and be done. There I was, me and this goat, and we went shopping. Actually, me, the goat, and my wife went shopping. I got lots of stuff. Some stuff I was like, I don't really need this. And she said, not the goat, my wife, said, you never know. I might ask you to make me something. So, what we have done is, I have let that grain pop up again, so I will stay safe and stay alive, and I will sand it again. This is 220, so I'm going to start off at 120, go from 120 to 180, 220, and then 320, and then actually before I do that, I'm going to put a little chamfer edge on the side of it, so we'll do that. So we changed out, and we're going to do a little bit of chamfering. I hope that's the right size. Find out in just a second. Yep. Perfect. So we're going to do that all the way around. You always want to go counterclockwise, unless you're on the inside. And you're inside, you go clockwise. It's opposite. Trust me, don't ask me how I know. I just do. Milwaukee. I mean, it's lovely. It's awesome. It's probably one of the best handheld routers there are. Amazing. Hands down. Not sponsored, but I would love to be, Milwaukee. So, as you can see, there's that. I got a little bit of a chamfer on the sides. I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom. And, you know, I don't know. I thought about even doing like a little handholds right here on both sides, so you could just easily, well, you can pick it up, be easy. But I don't know. I'll have to ask the wife about that. We're back, folks. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this. I hope you can. But what I did was I've already gone up through, back up to 320. And what I normally do is I write a little bit, not always, but with pencil. And that tells you when you're done sanding, is when the pencil's gone. Neat little trick, huh? stencil's gone. Ooh, man, I don't know if you can see how pretty that is. And look at this other side. Isn't that gorgeous? And it's smooth. Now, you get to see me burn. Because I have I think it's warm enough. Let's see. And there's the owl. It's right there. Ooh, that's a little warm on the handle. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Perfect. Oh. All right. So as you can see, thank you for sticking with me, Charlie Mike. I deemed this the backside of this one, Charlie Mike. Woo! Look at that. So now I'm gonna throw me a little bit of oil on these, and I hope you can watch. Got to oil them probably at least twice. At least twice. I like to do 3 if I can. Oh my God. Holy moly. Look at that. Oh my God, that is so beautiful. Oh, thank you, God, for making wood. I mean, it's just so awesome. Man. Let's see if we can get this owl to brighten up a little bit. He will. She will. Whatever. Oh my goodness. Look at that. You can see it. There you go. Oh man, that's so sharp. Oh my goodness. Of course you gotta throw on both sides there, and the key is once you do both sides, you really kind of want it to sit on whatever side. Like on this side, I want it to sit on the bottom. It's really what you want. You got to do all of it, right? Every ounce, every inch, every ounce, every millimeter, whatever country you're in, you're watching this and you're enjoying this. Thank you, by the way. I don't have a Patreon community. Look at that. That old Charlie Mike came out even better. Built by hand. My wife came up with that. She's awesome. Had like a little hair or something on that. Who knows where it came from? Probably the goat. But nonetheless. And so what will happen is this wood will soak up that oil. I mean, you can already tell, look, it's already starting to soak it up here, right? It's already starting. But it'll soak it up, and this is just regular old cutting board oil from the big box store. That's what everybody else says. I like to call it Depot, but nonetheless. So, man, look at that. That is so good. That is so nice. Holy moly. It'll soak it up, and so you wait about 12 hours, come back, and like I said, it will soak it up real good. At least it should, because you've sanded it, and you know, all this other jazz, right? That's what my mom, aka Grammy, used to say. It was jazz. and you come back 12 hours. I like to do 24 because, you know, I just do it at night. Come back the next day. Shoot. Now I got it all over my arms. But that's okay because it's food safe. Just like baby oil is. Although this is not baby oil because you're not supposed to use baby oil. But you could, from what I understand. So anyway, let that sit, soak, and you come back 12 hours later and you do it again. And then another 12 hours and then you do it again and then you're done. So it takes about, you know, 2-3 days to do a entire cutting board. It takes about 3 days, really. You do it well. So it's a lot of fun. I think what I'm going to do next time is I'm going to make one, and I'm not even going to talk. I'm just going to make it and let you see how the process is. I might even speed it up so that it's under, like, you know, 30 minutes if I doubled the time. I just did one. I'm just joking. So anyway, I hope you can see that. Man, look how good. Oh my goodness. That is amazing. Holy crap. Look at that sucker. Oh wow. These are ready to go. Thank you very much. Truly appreciate you stopping by my shop. Till next time, stay safe, stay alive.